Assalamu alaikum. Today I will represent you a report of our project Line Follower Robot. Here are my group members. Firstly, we introduce the Line Follower Robot. A line follower robot is an autonomous robot which is able to follow either a black or white line that is drawn on the surface consisting of contrasting color. Following are the objectives and block diagram of a line follower robot. The robot must be capable of following a line. It should be capable of taking various degrees of turns. It must avoid any obstacle on its way, and it must allow calibration of line darkness threshold. Here are the block diagram of our robot. Basically, we use ESP32, and here is ESP32. This is ultrasonic sensor connected with ESP32 and a motor driver, IR sensor array, optical encoder, SD card, current sensor, voltage sensor, and 2x16 LCD. Following are the equipment used in our sensor. First, the chassis and the body. Chassis and the body is an important part because our sensors fitting and PCB layout are based on it, and other is our microcontroller ESP32. Next one is ultrasonic sensor. Ultrasonic sensor is an instrument that measures the distance to an object using a ultrasonic sound wave and sound waves. Main advantage of ultrasonic sensor is that it is low power consumption, can be powered by a battery, and it is inexpensive. Uh, it can operate in mainly environmental conditions. Ultrasonic sensor in smoke filled environment, uh, where other sensors are about to fail. Here is 8 way line sensor IR strip, 8 waves line tracking IR strip. Infrared sensors are used to find out the position of a line follower with respect to the robot position. Other one is motor driver. We use LN298 mini motor driver in our project. Motor driver basically the motors, DC motors are connected with the motor driver, and further the motor driver is connected with the our ASP32. Following, this is the DC motors that are connected with the that are connected with the motor driver mini, and tires are connected with these DC motors. DC motor is a device that converts any form of energy into mechanical energy or imparts motion. Optical encoder. Optical encoder is an electrochemical device that converts angular position or motion of a shaft or to axle to analog or digital code. Basically, optical encoder is used to calculate the speed, distance, or RPM. We use our optical encoder in our project to calculate the speed. Here is the SD card module. SD card module is used basically it is used to for the data logging, or SD. We can or Arduino can create file in SD card to write or save file using the SD library. Interrupt is a process by which Arduino stops its regular task or move or stop its looping and go to the interrupt function to complete this given interrupt function task. Voltage sensor is basically made of two resistors and one voltage divider. Here is the output volt of is reduced by the factor of 5 of any input voltage. This is the voltage sensor, and next one is current sensor ACS712. It is current sensor that can operate on both AC and DC. These sensors operate at 5 voltage and produce an analog voltage output proportional to measured a current. Working principle working principle of our line follower robot is that a typical line follower robot has two sets of motors, left motor and right motor. Both motors rotate on the basis of signal received from the left sensor and the right sensor. The robot needs to perform four sets of motion, which include its moving forward, moving left, moving right, and stop. Uh, Here are the four motions of the robot. The first one is when both left or right sensor right sensor sense wide line, then the robot starts moving forward. If the left sensor come to on a black line, then the robot will turn to the left side. If the right sensor sense the black line, then the robot turn to the right side. When the if the both sensor when both sensors come to a black line, the robot will stop. Here is the truth table of the robot and flow chart of our line follower robot, and uh, a logarithm using Arduino for simulation. When both sensors sees the wide, both wheels spin. When left sensor see black and right sensor see red, sees white, robot move left. When right sensor see black and left sensor see white, left sensor see white, robot moves right. Proteus simulation, we use Arduino Uno for a Proteus simulation. Here is the code of our project, which is used in line follower tracking robot. And PCB layout, we split our PCB layout into two layers: upper layer and lower layer. Upper layer basically consists of LEDs, sensors, and lower base is consisted of IR sensor strip, ESP32, DC motors, and wheel. Here are the following are the pictures of our line forward robot. As you can see that the lower base is connected with the motors. Motors are connected with the lower base and ESP32 or our motor driver. And upper base is consist of a current sensor, voltage sensor, our voltage regulators, SD card module, LCD 16:2 LCD, optical encoder. Finally, the conclusion is that line follower robot is a semi-automatic robot which can track a line and follow it through the circuit, and it able to continues to do it. The line follower robot in a particular can also work as an obstacle detector and can detect the obstacle in a range of 20 to 45 centimeter. After doing this after doing this project, we are able to write a code in of any complex robot in C language and how to use it in certain applications. Thank you.